A local middle school is sharing his story with his students when it comes to politics and immigration.
Now, the only twist is that it is a love story with no borders. News 11's Dallas Onaveros in an exclusive piece with love from Thailand.
One of the greatest impacts a teacher could have on their students is a lesson learned outside of a textbook. For middle school teacher Zach Fischel, he had a lesson of his own.
I wanted to see what was out there. Everybody always talks about one day I'll do this, one day I'm gonna go. And I had friends teaching abroad and they always had good things to say. China, Japan, Korea, those are really popular places to go teach abroad. And I kind of was like, well, I don't really have a reason to stay here, so let's go, let's travel.
With the help of a friend, he got a job in Thailand to teach students English. But in reality, Thailand was teaching him.
It was one of the top 5 city schools in North Thailand for sure. It's called Mesai Prasisart. I had really great people there that I worked with too, and that really sort of really helped me get used to being abroad because I'd never left America before. I'd never been in a place where I couldn't talk to people.
It wasn't until one evening after work when someone caught his eye.
We were next door neighbors. So she threw her trash out and I was like, oh my gosh, my neighbor's this beautiful girl. I gotta figure out how to talk to her.
You was waiting for me after work to say hi.
Yeah, I'm pretty lame, but I would wait outside and play my guitar and wait for her and then, yeah. Be like, oh, hey, try to play it off casual, but obviously she could see through it.
And shortly after, they became inseparable.
It was so natural, right away. We just were super comfortable from the get-go. It was perfect.
Date nights and long conversations, they learned about each other's culture.
The first time I saw him, he was cleaning his room. I said, wow, I never see men clean room, even my friends.
I love Thailand. I loved it so much. I was having a blast. Our life was really beautiful and simple and pure and didn't really think about it. I had just left the American stress of the work life, all that crazy bustle and hustle.
It was a spark in the relationship which took them to the next step, but it wouldn't be together. Zach got offered a teaching position back home in the U.S., and his wife Peng wanted to follow.
I never dated anyone before. He's my first boyfriend. And it's time to learn about couple life. I had a job, family, friends, everything except a man that's gonna be beside me forever.
We kind of sat down and I looked at her and I said, Peng, I said, if you're gonna come here, it's gonna be tough. It's not like here, but I just looked at her and I said, if this is what you want, I said, if you want to leave this and really start a family and start a life together, then okay, I'll go.
In order to get Peng to the States, they applied for a K-1 visa, but under a new administration, it made the process more difficult, doubling what Fischel had to make in a year to qualify. But it was a separation being on opposite sides of the world, which made it all more challenging.
13 hours is a lot of time to be figuring out when to call each other and say good morning and good night, and sometimes that was all we got. 3 minutes together. Hey baby, I love you, I gotta go to work.
You were far away from me, opposite the world.
Yeah, we really were kind of opposite the world.
Nearly a year gone by, and the idea of Peng coming to the States was becoming more of a reality, with the help of friends and family who saw their story on social media.
The bad didn't even freaking matter, after people sort of got word of what I was doing. We've had a pretty special story. We've never been alone.
Yeah.
We've always had support from really great Americans, America's still the best country in the world. I still think we have the greatest people in the world.
It was the experience they lived through that he shares with his students today, to teach about immigration, politics, and how love wins.
We've been pretty open about a lot of stuff. We've been pretty honest, and they've been the same.
When we first met him, we all thought he was a single Pringle. But next time he started talking about his wife, I felt happy because Mr. Fischel's not alone.
As a teacher, I know I'm always being watched, especially by young people. Being married to an immigrant, I know a lot of Americans are hesitant and wonder what it looks like for us to be married now here because I don't think a lot of Americans understand the whole immigration thing or what it's really, really like. You can't do this life alone. And we've never had to.
Dallas Ontiveros, News 11.
Wow.
Wow, bless those two. I mean, you have a saying in Portuguese, I don't know if it translates to English, but that the love distance is so small when love is so big.
What a beautiful couple.
What a beautiful
yeah.
couple. And congratulations to them to pulling through it all and being happily together again.
And now he's using his story to, you know, teach the students in his class, and good stuff, Dallas.
Good stuff, Dallas. Congratulations. Well, next on News 11's